Hey guys, Steve from Greenway Outdoor Maintenance. I'm mowing my front yard, which is a little long. I took one stripe already, so you can see I got about 3 inches of growth in 1 week. I have not watered, I have fertilized. It rains about every third day, which, you know, ain't bad. My irises are coming up. They're about ready to pop out. And I'm gonna mow my front yard, then I will give a review of the 30-inch Toro Turf Master. So I'm gonna go ahead and mow, and then I'll give you my review. Bye. Okay, there's my front yard cut. I have not trimmed it yet. It almost didn't mulch. We're about here that way. Had to go back over it because it was just too thick to cut. This height isn't as thick as you can see where the tree roots are and shit. A little thin there. It didn't bog down, but over there it bogged down. And I got one customer tomorrow who wants me to cut it at 2 inches. I will tell him no. Anyway, there's my dirty Toro Turf Master. I'm going to give it a bath. Then I will tell you my pros and cons on the Turf Master. So once I get it cleaned off, I will show you. Bath time for the mowers. Bath time over. Okay, pros and cons. The Turf Master 30-inch Toro. It runs good. I had a slight problem with the choke switch down here. How you can see it, the button here, good to get stuck on choke. So once it wore in, they quit doing that. The first problem I had was running full tilt game busters and big puff of white smoke come out the exhaust. Okay, did it on about 3 lawns, so still under warranty. I took it back over to my dealer, and they'd overfilled the crankcase. So, okay, now that's the only 2 problems I had with this mower. It cuts great. If you cut 2.5 inches, it'll cut like a manicured, beautiful lawn. I cut mine at 3 inches because it looks good at 3 inches. Other than that, I've had no problem. It does, if you get a little high centered on the deck with the back wheel don't touch, that's normal. The only thing I don't like on these mowers is this lip here. If they would have curved it under, it gets hung up on edges like this brick wall here. This uneven brick, which I haven't trimmed yet, it gets hung up on that, and it doesn't like to go. It has plenty of power. Granted, it is brand new. I only got 2 hours and 38 minutes on it. I've used it more this week just for the simple fact my 32-inch Exmark walk behind had to get the deck welded on. I will pull that out and show that to you also. But I just gave it its first bath. It's clean. I do need to change the blades and sharpen the blades, and I will show you what my friend Paul did for my 32-inch walk behind, because it, you know, it felt like it was a break in half on me. It's in behind my aerator, which I got to take off of here. My trailer is a total mess. Come on. That's my strap, you piece of junk. Anyway. The lighting in my trailer isn't so great, but it welded here, welded up the frame there. Same thing on both sides. Down here, same thing up here, that bracket there. You re-weld those for me. And it doesn't do the wobble wobble, you know, in the middle anymore, which is kind of nice. It is still one of the better motors I bought, the 32-inch walk behind. The only bad thing about it is a belt drive versus being a hydraulic. And so it does, if the grass is wet or it rains on it while I'm mowing, it will start to slip on the drive. So back to my 30-inch. It does lack a little power sometimes on really super steep hills, which I do several of. So I've learned to go horizontal instead of up the hill. That's why I like my 32 walk behind. It does much better on the hills. But other than that, I have no really complaints about the 30-inch Turfmaster. It runs good. It always starts on the second pole, generally the first pole. I've not put the bag on there. I do bag several lawns with it. When the grass is wet and long, it'll only fill up half this humongous catcher, which, because, you know, it's just long and wet, it ain't gonna cut it. So, but like I said, I don't have any bad words for the mower. It runs good. In 2 years' time, I will know more. Maybe at the end of this season I'll do another review. A couple of people said the adjustment for the belt, it clacks real bad when this gets broken into. I think Ambrose Landscaping, that's one of his complaints. He went back to the 21-inch Hondas, which I got one in the backyard, which is a phenomenal mower. It mulches. Of all my mowers I've ever had mulch, it mulches the best. This one doesn't. This one is a close second. When the grass is a normal length, it mulches extremely well. When the grass is really long like mine, like I said, I had to, for about here, over there, I had to double cut it just because it was just too much for the deck to handle. I do need to change the blades on it. I need to do clean up underneath the deck. But like I said, I have no complaints so far on this 30-inch walk behind Toro Turfmaster. So I hope that helps you guys. I mowed my front yard with it. It took me about 8 minutes, even though I double cut it. It looks pretty good. I have not trimmed yet. I'm being lazy. I'll trim that tomorrow. But it is for the price, it's $1,750, $1,800 I paid for it. Was cheaper than the 32-inch. And as long as that 32-inch in there keeps working, I'll keep it. It does cut better than this one. It's just because the deck mowers cut better. The bigger deck mowers cut better. This one mulches better. It's almost on level with the Hondas. So, but that's all I got, and I don't have any complaints about it. The 1 gallon gas tank, it runs great, goes up hills great. I just don't like this part here where you have to push this down to engage the blade. That's one of the downsides, is that if you don't engage it slowly, it kills the motor. So, especially when it's cold. But as far as the drive, it's an excellent drive. It goes up and down hills really good. So I really don't do a really good pros and cons. I just kind of bubble it all together as I'm going, so you guys get to think about them all. Like I said, the pros, up and down hills really good. It does mulch exceptionally well with normal length grass. If it's really long, you're gonna have to bag it or you're gonna have to double cut it. The drive, like I said, is good. Like I said, the only thing I don't like is, like I said earlier, you have to engage this, pull this handle back. If you do not engage it slowly enough, it will kill the motor. I think it's just too much torque going in all at once. So if you just gradually engage the blades, it does wonderful. It runs like a trooper. I've never had any, except for the earlier thing I mentioned about because they overfilled the crankcase. That's the only problem I've had with this mower. Like I said, other than that and the choke getting stuck, once it broke in, it doesn't do that anymore. So if you buy a brand new one, just kind of watch for that choke switch to get stuck. Once it breaks in, it doesn't do it. It hasn't done it in, I think at the 4th lawn I did it on, it was raining, trying to get it started real quick, and it wouldn't start, so I had to throw it in the trailer and get my 32 walk behind out. So, but like I said, so the weather here has been crazy, as it has been all the way across the country. It is raining. As you can see, my grass, it grew 4 inches. I will show you again. It grew that much in a week, and normally it grows about half that. So, like I said, it is a good mower. I have not tried the one from Home Depot, the homeowner's version. A lot of people like those. One, they're cheaper. They're more of a disposable mower. This is heavier, yes. And I can't speak of the other mowers because I have not tried one of those yet. So, but this one's heavier, beefier. It has different tires on it. I will let you know at the end of the season what I think of it. Better than that, you guys take it easy. It's Sunday afternoon at 6 o'clock. I'm going to put the blades on, change the blades, and clean up underneath the decks, and that'll be it. You all have a good time. Like and subscribe to my channel. And please leave me any comments. Talk to y'all later. Bye.